Welcome. Welcome. Willkommen, bienvenue.
What's that mean?
2 other languages.
Oh, my.
Several other things. Welcome, bloody welcome to the show, which is called Don't Shout Too Loud, because I've adjusted the sensitivity of the microphones, so you will peak the meter.
Sunday chat.
Oh, that's so much more acceptable, acceptable. Bonjour, madame,
Monsieur.
monsieur.
An enfant.
I don't think there's any enfant watching, Paul.
Well, I think there is.
Well, I hope not. Turn off now. This is an adult show.
No,
But
we
it's
have
not an
some enfant
Well,
viewers.
it's not an adult show.
No, it's not like our OnlyFans page.
No.
No. Or is it just for
I tell
fans?
you, there's some. Oh, it's called OnlyFans.
Is it?
Yeah, I tell you, there's some people making a right bit of money on that website. I was going to say show. It's not. Well, it is a show, isn't it?
It's a show in all
Naughty
senses.
show.
Yeah. People getting their baps out and things
You know
like
what?
that.
I don't object to anything like that, really.
No.
Because if that's what people want, then give it to them. If that's what you want, let us know.
Yeah.
If you're willing to pay for Paul to get his baps out, then fine.
I did once accidentally take a photo of my knee when it was across my leg.
Was it popular?
It looked like my bottom. Well, not that I know what my bottom looks like, but the photograph looked like a bottom, a hairy bottom, which I think is most of
You didn't need to say hairy bottom, Paul.
No.
That was disgusting.
Oh.
God, honestly. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, then I'm so sorry. I do apologise. Let's get on with the show.
But I think if you're a little bit sort of chunky, like I am, if you put your knee up, it
whatever.
does, yeah.
In news this week, we're a lot less chunky than we were.
Are we?
Well, I certainly
yes.
am. I weighed myself. The last time I weighed myself, I was 16 stone. I have no idea what that is in kilograms.
It's about 1,000.
What?
About 1,000.
How do you know?
Just worked it out. Yeah.
I don't know. This is
It's
of
not
old
1,000.
weight. It's old weight, isn't it?
Stones.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's very English, isn't it?
Stones and pounds.
But anyway, I was 16 stone, and I weighed myself the other day, and I'm 14 stone 13. Yeah. I mean, it's taken a while to get to that stage, but I'd like to
What
just...
were you?
16.
And what are you now?
14.
You said 14, 13.
14 stone 13.
Right, so you've lost a stone.
What? We've lost nearly 2 stone.
Okay.
14, 15, 16.
Yeah, but if you're 14 stone 13 pounds...
Is that nearly 15 stone?
That's nearly 15
Oh, is
stone.
it? Oh, it's 16 pounds, isn't it?
No, stone.
16,
Yeah, 16
pounds to
yeah.
a stone.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, it's 17. It's 14.
Is it 14?
Yeah, that's the odd thing, because
Why
ounces...
do we not know?
Ounces is 16 to the pound.
I'm just
And
hearing
stone-
hoots and clicks now, Paul, really.
But you're doing very well.
Oh, I thought it was nearly 2 stone. It's just 1 stone. Oh, well, I've got
No,
another
it's
stone.
over 1 stone.
I've got another stone to go. I want to lose a little bit more, but I have noticed that trousers are falling off now. And please don't be concerned. This has happened over a long period of time. It's just that I don't weigh myself regularly.
No.
I don't believe in doing that. I think it's negative.
Well, I weigh myself each week because I find weighing does help me.
My weight loss journey.
And I'm now 2 stone
Lighter.
7, 2.5 stone lighter
That's good.
than I was in May. I did come across the photograph of me cooking in the kitchen years and years ago in these
Silky trousers? I don't know.
No, not silky trousers. That's when I was knocking 25 stone.
25 stone? Piss off.
24, 20, well, it's just over 24 stone.
I think you're heavy-boned, Paul.
I think I am heavy, but
No, I think
I'm just
you are.
very, very
I think
slim.
You're very dense.
Yeah, I'm very dense. Yeah, I think I was 24.4 because when I started Weight Watchers, I think I was 22.12, something like that. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we both really needed to lose it. And, Paul, what's our secret? How did we do it? Our weight loss journey.
I've just been following Weight Watchers, so I
Yeah.
pay for Weight Watchers on a monthly basis.
He pays for Weight Watchers. I eat what it gives me, which means I'm on Weight Watchers too.
But you have a few more treats than I do, don't you?
Like what?
Like tortilla.
Crisps. Well,
Yeah.
I have but that's a small amount. It's not a whole packet.
No, it's not a whole packet, but
I like a small bowl of tortilla chips with my lunch.
He does.
And I also like a digestive biscuit or 5 every day.
He does. Or rich tea. Are they rich tea at the moment? Don't know.
No, we've got both.
Oh, we've got both. Right.
We've got
okay.
both. Don't say where they came from.
No. They came from an elf. And
I didn't steal them.
No.
Well,
not really.
Not really.
And
I'm not a shoplifter.
And then Courtney and Dave, you're ploughing through those chocolates, aren't you?
I'm hardly ploughing through them, Paul. If I was ploughing through them, believe you me, there would be none left.
There would be none left, no.
No, I'm treating myself. Because I have to say, the one thing about following Weight Watchers is, even though you don't feel as though you're eating dramatically less than you were before, I do struggle with hunger.
Yeah.
I do feel hungry. I've just had to have some nuts, some dried fruit and nuts.
Yeah.
I only had breakfast 2 hours ago, but I struggle with that because we're still getting used to not taking in the calories that we need to maintain ourselves at this stage.
I think also because it's chillier and your body, you're using up more energy to keep yourself warm.
Yeah.
You know, internal energy.
I mean, the thing about realising you need to eat fewer calories is when you work out your basal metabolic rate. Do you remember when we learnt that on the nutrition course?
I do.
And that's the amount of calories that your body in your current state requires to maintain it. So as soon as you start to drop the calories, your body takes time to sort of readjust. But the portion control is the main thing, really.
Well,
isn't it?
But it's also eating different things. So we have less processed, even though we didn't have a lot of processed food. I think we might have burgers this evening.
A Linda McCartney?
No, a Morrison's banging burgers.
And why aren't we having Linda McCartney?
Because they're
Too
£2,
expensive.
£53 now, something like that.
What was that buzz?
It's the workman.
Oh, it's the builders. I
It's
thought
the
it was a bee.
It's not a bee. It's not a bee. So no, we might have that, but we only have whole wheat pasta. We only have brown rice.
We have whole grain couscous.
Whole grain couscous. Whole grain bulgur.
Bulgur wheat. Bulgur.
Bulgur.
Bulgar. It's bulgur.
Bulgur.
There's a U.
Yeah.
Get it right.
And frika.
Freaky.
Freaky. Is it freaky?
Freaky.
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 Freaky. We've had that a few times. It's green wheat.
Freekeh. Freaky.
Oh, it's EH, is it? Well, I thought it was AH. No, so we've had that. It's green wheat. It's I think I get a little bit windy on it.
I get a bit windy on everything at the moment, I tell you. You keep feeding me lentils, Paul. The lentils make me fart. I had a really windy night last night.
You did. You were Windy Miller last night. Yeah.
God, and sometimes it's not funny, but sometimes it keeps me awake. My weight loss journey. So we're doing it steadily and slowly over time. And yeah, we both kind of feel better for it. I can tell I feel lighter. Can you? Do you feel lighter?
Yeah, I guess I do.
And bending down to put your socks on and things
Oh,
like that.
I can do that, yeah.
There's no longer this feeling that you've been inflated in the middle.
Well,
and that you can't quite reach. Yeah, but it's gone down dramatically, as has mine. I was looking at myself naked the other day.
I was looking at you naked.
Not
as well.
deliberately.
That me was deliberately.
Oh, shut up. Disgusting. Oh, the builders. And I did notice that my stomach has gone down.
Good.
And also, of course, one of the key things, the key changes in our diet has been the exclusion of bread, which we've said before, because we only have it as a treat.
Yeah.
As a spécial, le spécial.
Le spécial.
Yeah.
I think we're due for another
bread.
loaf at some point. I think so. Yeah.
Also, the other thing I noticed is that when I eat a lot of bread, I feel quite down.
Do you?
It makes me feel a bit depressed.
I don't find that with wholemeal bread. If it's fully wholemeal, I don't think I get on that well with white flour.
Well, I mean,
unless the white flour unless it's sourdough. Yeah.
Let me just redefine that.
You
not
redefine
depressed.
this.
Not depressed, as in depression.
Flat.
Yeah.
Flat.
Flat and just sluggish and not very sharp. I definitely haven't got a gluten intolerance because we eat lots of other things with gluten in them. But it's bread, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just the stodginess. It's maybe the act of digestion. It's harder to digest.
I mean, if it's white flour, it's fully processed flour. So
Interesting. So that's our weight loss journey. We're not doing videos on all of that.
No.
Because we've seen so many people do videos on
ballooning, as I call it.
Just going, and it's like, if you talk about your weight loss journey as though you're trying to educate people, and then 6 months later you've put all the weight back on.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
Anyway.
Yeah, it's just not right.
Anyway. What's the weather been like?
Wretched and boy.
What has it been like? Dry.
Changeable.
Have we had any rain this week?
We've had some rain.
When?
A little shower the other day.
A little shower.
We had some overnight rain.
Overnight rain.
Last week we had all the wild weather, didn't we?
Wild weather with medium weight rain.
Medium weight rain? What's that
I don't know, but that's how I refer to it. It's not heavy.
Yeah,
it's not light.
Get
it's
it.
medium weight rain.
You know what medium is. It's in the middle.
Yeah,
we had a little bit of overnight rain because I noticed that the roof was wet.
Isn't that going up? Isn't it going down?
That's anti-gravity rain. That's what happens when governments get involved in weather systems.
Yeah, most probably is. So, wet roofs.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of rain, but it's...
It's been dry and sunny, but breezy. Really quite breezy. When the sun has been out and you're in the sun, it's glorious. So yesterday I was at the plot and I took my hoodie off. I had a thin thermal on and a t-shirt, and it was just lovely working in the sun. But then when the sun went behind the tree line, ooh, chilly. So yeah. And I think we are due rain today. I looked and it said, well, it said after a little bit around 3 o'clock, so that's Friday, 3 o'clock, and then quite a bit later on.
I'm hoping to go out at that time. I don't want it to rain.
No, go out earlier.
Alexa, please stop. Thank you. And I also believe from the weather forecast that a cold front is coming in.
Yeah.
A cold front.
I mean, it was cooler the other night than I thought it was going to be. I haven't looked at the the end of October again, but I know at the end of October it's getting back to 3 degrees overnight. So I'm going to have a look at that. What they call butternut squash, I noticed that they have all really given up the ghost now, the plants, so I think I'll be sorting those out at the weekend. We have one rather odd butternut squash. If you're watching A Week at the Plot, you'll see it when I upload it next week.
But we're both managing to stay as warm as possible. Heating is minimal, very minimal. We keep turning it off, don't we, Paul? When it comes on, we say, no, no, stop.
Yeah, sort of like that, yeah.
Because we just don't want to be overdoing it, but we don't really need it. We're wearing thermals. I've got my thermal leggings on now.
I haven't got any thermals on.
I'm just wearing thermal leggings.
Are you wearing underwear?
No, I'm completely... Well, I'm going to wash them today. They're dual wash.
Oh, he's got all his bits in his thermals.
Yeah,
they need
okay.
to be tucked away in your
I'm
scanties.
washing them today.
Oh.
I'm completely naked underneath.
They're
these
mine,
clothes.
those.
Well, you're not going to be wearing them.
Well,
are
not
you?
now, no.
No.
Ugh.
They're lovely.
What did you have last night?
I had a hot water bottle.
He had a hot water
And
bottle.
I actually found it too warm with it.
It's too warm.
And I couldn't get to sleep properly.
Oh.
So actually...
Did you have it by your tummy?
No.
Because that could have expanded.
No, I had it on my feet.
Right.
Because my feet were very cold.
I think they need to invent sort of like slippers, not that have sort of like heating elements in them for people's
They've
feet.
got them already, Paul.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can get that big boot. We've talked about this before.
Oh no,
it's
but
like
I
a
don't
single
mean that.
boot.
No, I don't mean that, because you stand up and you just fall over.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
a trip hazard basically.
Yeah, and they aim them at older people.
Do you remember we got that electric water bottle for Mum?
Yeah.
They should have something like that for socks. Like an electric
socks.
blanket, but just for socks, where you plug them into your USB and they warm up,
They
and then you can
probably
put them on.
have. I've got those electric hand warmers, those hot rocks
Yeah.
that I
yeah.
use. So they've probably got the equivalent for feet.
Feet rocks.
Anyway, let's move on with the show, Paul.
Sort of work.
Let's just say a thank you to all of our supporters on Instagram, Facebook, our Facebook group, Planet Vegetaria. If you haven't already joined, you can apply to be a member, but you must answer the questions.
Yes, do answer the questions.
Otherwise, Facebook will say no.
Yeah, not us. We've set the rules that if the questions aren't answered, it just says no.
Just add an extra 10 minutes to the show, Paul, with all your explanations.
I'm quite happy to. Yeah, yeah.
And, of course, our lovely supporters on Coffee, our coffee page where you can buy us a coffee and unlock bonus content like our new series, Tales from the Snug,
Yeah.
which began last week.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right. So, lovely.
And
Thank you.
Twitter.
Twitter.
And Twitter. I'm
Schwitter.
twitting quite a lot now.
Well, yeah. I
So,
know.
so you know, if you are on Twitter, then do follow us. It's Richard and Paul 1, the number 1,
Why?
and because
Is there another Richard
there's
and
another
Paul?
Richard and Paul.
How dare they?
So we're Richard and Paul 1 on Twitter, the number 1, not ONE. Yeah, there we are.
Thank you, Paul.
That's quite all right, Richard.
Oh, and also, before we move forward with the show any longer,
Add another 10 minutes, do.
next week's Sunday chat will be dropping late
Yeah.
due to a prior commitment.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, yesterday we managed to get out and about
Oh, we did.
into the children's, and those of you who follow us on social media will have seen a few photographs, but here's a little... What is it? Video.
Video?
Yeah.
Segment?
Segment. Segway.
No, segways.
No, segways running into something else,
Yeah.
isn't it? And also a personal transporter,
Yes. Yeah.
which was supposed to change the world.
Well, I mean, they've got those boards and things now, haven't they? So, I mean, it hasn't. I think there's somewhere where they use it for the postal system, postal workers.
Yeah, but of course in the UK, anything like that is illegal.
Well, yeah.
Even scooters are illegal, electric scooters, unless they're from a hire company.
I mean, ridiculous.
Hello.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
That's so that they get VAT each time.
Run VT. So that was our lovely walk, and of course the colours, the autumn colours, les couleurs de l'automne. That's correct.
It is correct, it's just funny.
Are changing, changera.
Changera. Que sera, sera. Changera, chera. Yeah, yeah. I think, I mean, it's just turning at the moment.
It's just on the cusp. I do love that word.
Cusp.
Cusp.
Yeah, I like another word as well.
Cusp.
Just on the cusp. And I reckon in 2 to 3 weeks' time, if we did the same again,
it'll be golden.
The journey, the drive there, which is along the motorway, will be sort of full of gold and red. I think
Well, there
really
was quite a lot of red on the motorway.
There was.
Trees.
But not... Yeah, it was the start of it rather than sort of... So those things that turn red quickly, that just go red, there wasn't much sort of amber and gold. So, yeah, look forward to that.
Yes, that's right, Paul. Good. It's been generally... It's been a rather uneventful week for us personally, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Not so in politics, though.
No.
Let's talk politics. My political journey.
Let's not.
My political
Don't get me
journey.
started.
Well, I mean, this week has been the Tory conference. This is the Conservative Party conference. And the keynote address by Liz. Little Liz.
Little Liz, useless.
Little useless piece of filth.
Yeah.
Was interesting, wasn't it? And the takeaway from this, which I'm finding very interesting at the moment. We won't go on, don't worry. You can skip this bit if you want. Yeah. She seems to like insulting huge swathes of the country.
Completely.
And she's clubbing them all together as the anti-growth coalition. So anybody who opposes their strategy for growth and a stable government, there's no such thing ever in the history of government.
Well, particularly
frankly,
this government, it's been the most unstable government, and we've only had it for 3 weeks.
You know, there's never stability. It's always changeable. There's always boom and bust and all of that. But anyway, so she's insulting huge swathes of the population. Is that really how politics should be?
No. Politics should be about uniting people.
About uniting...
Bringing people together, levelling up.
And saying, you know, to the people that maybe don't vote Tory, trying to persuade them that actually we can do good for everybody.
Well, they
we
did.
can include everybody. Instead, they're alienating huge swathes of society.
Yeah, they are. But they were very good in the last campaign that they did, the last election campaign, because they got all the racists on their side so that they could sort of vote for, get Brexit done. So all the racists piled into the Conservative vote, and that helped them, really get over the line. So well done, Conservatives, on getting all the racists into your party.
I mean, she nearly crashed the economy.
No, she did crash the economy. Both of them crashed the economy. There were pension funds who were going to go out of business. If the Bank of England had not stepped in on that Monday, pension funds worth over 69 billion would have vanished. Vanished. That is crashing the economy.
So anyway...
Yeah.
So that
you
was
see,
interesting.
You get me going on politics.
Yeah, but you do it from a boring point of view, Paul. I like to just insult them personally.
But
and be very judgmental.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely.
We're all judgmental in this world.
Yeah.
All of us. It's a natural thing to do.
But also the attack on nature. Hashtag attack on nature is just appalling. But yeah, I'm in the anti-growth coalition.
The latest thing. Did you see the latest thing today? The expansion of exploring further for natural gas in the North Sea, which is supported by Rees-Mogg.
Oh, he's just...
Which is going against the green initiative that they're supposed to be following for zero carbon
by 2050. I mean, it should be 2040, 2030 anyway. But the interesting thing is, I've never seen a government who hates its people as much as this government.
Yeah.
It is a government of hate. It really is. So there we are. Moving on.
So yes, personally, it has been an uneventful week. Just the usual stuff, really. Work, housework. I did quite a lot of housework.
Oh, you did on Wednesday afternoon.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
And it's times like that you sort of think, I was thinking about Star Wars as I was cleaning.
What? To have a little robot doing the cleaning.
Because I was thinking about The Mandalorian, which we'll talk about in a minute. And we've got all the little robots doing little things, there's a robot doing that, there's a robot doing that. And I was thinking, our homes are already filled with robots.
Well, they're filled with informational robots, though, aren't they?
Well, what do you think a washing machine is? It's a robot.
It's a machine.
It's a machine. Well, robots, machines, rise of the machines.
No, but surely the thing is, with a robot, you're... Oh no, it's robotics, isn't it?
Well, look, we've got all these...
It's artificial intelligence, isn't it?
We've got all these... Well, they've got intelligence built in now.
Not into the Conservative Party.
The washing machine's got a built-in computer that can talk to your smartphone to do diagnostics.
Really?
If it goes wrong, yeah, you just scan it in and press a few buttons.
Somebody did say that they have dishwasher. Was it Geraldine? I think Geraldine on Twitter said that she's got a dishwasher that links up to her smartphone in an app so she can turn it on when she's on the other side of the world. But she did point out that it still needs to be filled and emptied.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's my point. So my question to you, Paul, is if you could have robots around the home and garden, what would you get them to do for you? Nothing rude. Yeah. You could have a little humanoid robot. What would you get them to do?
The bin. Empty the bin. And put the recycling into the recycling outside. So if they could do the bag up, take the lid off, do the bag up. I mean, we'd only need it once a month because our bag only goes out really once a month.
Very little refuse.
So that would only be once a month. And the recycling, we've got 2 sort of containers that we put our recycling in, and I empty those into the recycling like twice a week. So, and tins go in every day. So actually, no. And I quite like doing the dishwasher, you see. I don't mind doing the dishwasher. I'm not so keen on emptying it. I quite like filling it.
So emptying the dishwasher would be one thing.
Emptying the dishwasher. I quite want to do weeding, but not all the weeding. I'd like to choose what weeding I could do. If I could get a robot to take out cinquefoil and bindweed, that would be really good.
It would be able to recognise. It would be an artificial intelligence.
Right, okay, so some weeding, but I like the process of weeding at the same time. So it could do the big bits,
it would help you,
and then I go afterwards with my hand fork and do the rest. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, because you do really all the housework, don't you? So.
Yes, Paul, I do.
So what robot would you like to replace some of the things you do?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Oh, that made my eyes go funny. Ooh.
Have they been able to fold clothes yet? Because that was quite challenging, wasn't it?
What?
Getting a robot to fold a t-shirt or something to put it away.
I think it would be those jobs, you know, sometimes when you maintain a house, there are certain points in the year where you just think, oh my God, is this my life?
Like when?
Well, every week, frankly, when I'm putting the clothes away, putting them on the airer.
Right.
I do sometimes think, oh God, I'm here again. It's Wednesday afternoon. I'm doing the washing again. I'm putting the clothes away again. It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it?
Well, and they're inventing fabrics, so not natural, of course, that can clean themselves, aren't they? That's sort of one of the things they're trying to do at the moment.
But
which would be good for your leggings.
Also, it's kind of, what else do you do? You know, it's all, they talk about labour-saving devices, but you put a wash on and then you go and do something else, don't you? You don't sit there going, I put the washing machine on, I'll just sit here for 4 hours while it does the wash. You go and do something else. So
don't some ladies like sitting on top of their washing machine when it's on a spin?
I have no idea, Paul.
I think so.
Maybe they did in the 70s when they really used to vibrate.
Oh, right, okay.
They don't vibrate that much now, not if it's on a stable surface and you fix the legs properly. Yeah. Anyway, that's disgusting. So, yeah, if you got things to do everything, we just wouldn't do anything, would we?
Well, no.
We would, it's gearing up.
And it cuts down exercise, doesn't it?
Yeah, because actually, I do 2 flights of stairs several times a day.
Hmm.
And actually that's great exercise. So if you weren't doing that, what else would you do? More hobbies? How many hobbies can you have? You know, I haven't got enough hobbies as it is.
Well, have more.
I don't really do.
You've got photography.
There's only a couple of things I do. I used to do my music, but that's not very often now at all. I've fallen out of the habit.
Sewing.
Sewing again is repairing. It's just repairing stuff.
Functional.
Breaks. Yeah. I don't know. What would I would like one of those little robot vacuum cleaners.
Roombas.
Yeah, but we've got too many fringes.
Yeah, yeah. It would be getting caught on the fringes all the time. Yeah. So that won't work.
Yeah.
No.
And, you know, I can't afford to buy the super duper one at £950.
Oh, but that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous.
With the fringes. I could buy one at $89.99, but that would get stuck.
Yeah, I would much rather you just carried on
because
with your Shark vacuum.
I do vacuum very regularly.
You do?
In the house.
Yeah, like 3 times a week.
Yeah, I do.
He does, yeah.
I love my Shark.
Yeah.
And like you say, Paul, it's exercise.
I think cleaning the kitchen...
You never bloody clean the kitchen anyway.
Yeah, so it would be good to have a robot to do that.
You've got
I do have a robot to do that.
Anyway, So yeah, that's the week really. Ordinary stuff, ordinary week, nothing groundbreaking.
Something did happen. I was invited. I was given access to a course, a writing course, an online writing course, which I'm doing. I started it this week. The course started this week.
Hurrah!
So
well done.
yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. Interacting with other people on that platform. So that's quite fun. So yeah, thanks very much. I got a sort of invite for that, so that was great. So I'm enjoying that.
Good.
I'm enjoying that writing side of things.
Good.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Excellent. Your
Yeah.
writing journey continues.
Yeah, it does.
Le journée de writing.
You were
What's
going to say
writing?
book.
No,
S-
that's livre.
Is it S something?
Escre...
It's that sounds like
Écrire, is it to write? Écrire.
that sounded like a sort of Star
Je n'ai
Wars thing.
Continuer.
Right, what's next?
Yeah, let's move on. Just waffling on. Waffle, waffle, waffle. So, Paul, poil. Oh, and tell him we.
We finished The Mandalorian.
We did finish The Mandalorian, all its little robots.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Yeah, did enjoy it. I mean,
Yeah, it was okay.
it is.
It's okay.
It's a big feature series. It really is. You feel as though they spent a lot of money on it.
Yeah, but they could have spent a little bit more money on the final scenes with Mark Hamill.
Well, I think that's the thing, isn't it? With faces, you never quite get the faces sort of right. What were you saying? They all feel a little bit slow in movement. Yeah.
I find the blinking and the eye movements are too slow to look natural. And I don't know, I mean, it's like when we saw ABBA. Apart from the fact that it was absolutely spectacular, but there were moments where when they blow up the faces, you know, on the screens, and you can see that they're a little bit rubbery looking. Hello? Hello? You could see they were a little bit sort of uncanny valley, I think they call it. And the eyes looked a bit dead in places. And it was like that for The Mandalorian. It didn't look... there is that YouTube channel, Deep Fake, and he reprocesses CGI of people. He's done it with ABBA, and he's done it with Mark Hamill.
Oh, right.
And it's vastly improved.
How bizarre.
They need to employ this guy because he can do it, you know?
But it is amazing because, you know, Disney are obviously one of the biggest companies in the world, sort of entertainment companies particularly. And you'd think that they'd master, they would get it just right, you know. And it does feel a little bit off.
I think there is a point where they say things like, oh, the viewers won't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure, you
but
know.
in the sort of landscape scenes and it's just incredible. And I think I said this last week, I did find myself just looking at it, watching it and going, is that real?
It's
or is
very
that not?
believable. The
Totally.
CGI, the spaceships, we've said it before.
And
it's
good
very
story.
believable.
I mean, really good story.
Okay.
Then we went on to Andor. We started Andor, which is another one, another Star Wars, and feels much cheaper.
It's very different.
Very different. Yeah, very different.
It's a different type of story. It's certainly not as action-packed, and it's certainly not as quick. I mean, that's the thing about Star Wars films, and that was the thing that was quite groundbreaking with Star Wars, was the pace.
Yeah.
Because we weren't used to that kind of full-on pace in movies with wild, mind-blowing effects. And, Mandalorian kept up that.
Andor feels more like a TV series, where Mandalorian felt like a full-scale movie in episodes.
I think Andor is heavily character-driven, isn't it?
Well,
I think
there were lots. I didn't know what was going on in the first episode, really. I mean, I knew what was going on. I didn't know where it was going to,
Yeah.
really.
So anyway, we'll sort of.
But really good to
with
see
it.
so many British actors being used. I mean, you know, really, really good.
Well, Star Wars traditionally has used a high number
know.
of British actors. A lot of it was filmed in Elstree, wasn't it?
I
Was
think
it Elstree?
so, yeah.
So you
Shepperton.
know, Elstree,
No, Elstree. Elstree.
Pinewood. No,
No, not Pinewood.
I'm sure one of you will correct us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they've always employed a lot of British actors. Yeah.
And we started Only Murders in the Building.
Oh yeah.
Again on Disney, because we got the free 3-month subscription from Samsung.
And one of you recommended
Murders
it to
in
us.
the Building.
Thank you.
Only Murders in the Building.
Only Murders in the
And
Building.
I'm rather enjoying it. I find it a little bit slow. Again, it's that pace thing. I'd like it a bit more pacey. But I think the characters are good. And yeah, it's something that we'll continue with.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I know there's more than one series, whether it's something that you get to the end of series 1 and you actually want to see another one, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, we're enjoying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He did fall asleep.
Yeah, it put me in a coma.
On the first episode. Yeah.
And of course, we continue with Schitt's Creek,
Which I just,
which continues to make us laugh.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday when we were, I was thinking, I wonder if it's available as a box set, because there will be a time, I suppose, where it's not on Netflix or something that's streaming, and like the Golden Girls, we would want to go back to it. So I was wondering whether you can sort of buy the series. I suppose you can. But,
I would have thought so in this day and age, Paul.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I've also been watching, I started watching, you haven't, because you've been falling asleep, and I've been watching after he's fallen asleep, Vandervalk, the new series of Vandervalk, which we started watching when it started a couple of years ago.
You did.
But didn't get into. No, we did, and we just didn't get on with it.
I've erased it.
And I've actually sort of, yeah, it's good to pass the time while I'm checking social media and things. So, yeah, quite interesting.
Good.
But I think that's it. One other thing I do want to mention, well done For Earth's Sake, because For Earth's Sake has been shortlisted in the Surrey Business Awards for Sustainable Business of the Year and Small Business of the Year. And also in Sustainable Business is Pure Mess, which is a cosmetics company that we sell their goods, their products. So well done to them too. So
good. Excellent.
Yeah, more about that when the awards are announced in November.
Lovely.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Goodbye. No, it is. Seriously, that's goodbye for this week. Remember, we'll be dropping late next Sunday.
Yeah.
So don't be mystified as to why we're not there. We've told you twice now.
Yeah.
We won't tell you again.
Once almost at the beginning and once at the end. So
we will not tell you again.
No. We might do. Yeah. On social.
So thank you very much. Thank you from the bottom.
See, we're talking about my bottom again. So we did at the beginning. Yeah. Rounding things off.
Yeah, we're saying goodbye now, Paul. There we are.
Alexa says it's time for goodbye.
The clarion call of Alexa. Alexa, stop. Thank you. Take care. Toodle pip. Au revoir. Adieu.
I think we should learn some other, well, I think you should learn some other languages, like Japanese.
You said that last week.
No, did I?
And I said no.
No, I think you,
I don't
I'll
have the
learn that.
brain for languages, Paul. I
You just
I
given
don't
us
retain.
5.
Yeah, because they're burned into the memory.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good week.
Are you doing your robot? Bye.